Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Fishing with James. Today we are out here at the pond and we are doing a mystery tackle box unboxing and slam. And what that means is we're going to try and catch a fish on every single bait that came in my mystery tackle box for this month. So again, the plan is simple. At least one fish on every bait inside this box. But first, let me tell you a little bit about Mystery Tackle Box. Mystery Tackle Box is fishing simplified. You get a box just like this with a random assortment of lures shipped to your doorstep once a month. And you get to save up to 40% off the retail prices of the baits inside. So you're saving a lot of money. You're getting a mystery box full of lures and you get to learn new techniques from the baits inside. So if you're interested in trying out Mystery Tackle Box for the first time, make sure to use my code JHMiller to get your first ever box for as low as $10. So with that, let's go ahead and see what's in the box and get fishing. So just looking inside, we got a Guggen Squad Scout Junior. We got a little lipless crankbait. We've got some craws. We've got some soft jerk baits in here. What else we got? We got some more craws. We have a cool little sticker. We got some hooks. What's inside card. And then we have the Dibble Tips and Tricks. Shows you some tips about fishing that you might not have known before. And it looks like we have an Excite Baits jig in here too. I'm gonna pair this up with one of the craws in there. And that is what we are going to start out with. So let's go ahead and head down there and start fishing. So let's get this thing going. We are in a time crunch. I don't know if you guys can see, it's gonna be just a glare for you guys. Sun is going down. We've got less than an hour to catch a fish on all of these baits. And to be honest with you, if I pick up a pattern, I might just stick with it. But I'm not totally sure. But we are going to start out first with this Excite Baits jig. We're gonna match it up with this Weston craw. We're gonna throw it really deep. There's a grass line out a little ways. If you guys are watching my videos, you know about it. It's right out that way. There we go. Now we got a nice little jig profile right here. We're just gonna start chunking it out that way and see what happens. Also, I'm sure I haven't mentioned this yet, but the wind is really bad today. So if there's any bad audio, guys, I apologize. I'm gonna do my best to face the opposite way of it. I've never really had a problem convincing fish to eat a swim jig out here. I have not fished out here in 3 weeks, so it has been a minute. Yeah, I have like no line on that reel. If I get a big enough fish, I'm toast. Like he's gonna rip just enough drag to spool me. But that's where I've gotta be throwing. I've gotta be throwing out there really deep in that grass. Yeah, this is what we're fishing in right here. Just a bunch of really green grass. If I had to bet, these fish are probably kind of holding to that out there. Again, I'm gonna give this thing probably 2 or 3 more casts. I'm gonna go and switch on over. Maybe to that lipless crankbait, give him something kind of moving, like a bait fish profile instead of a craw. The key out here this time of year is just to find where they're at. Because a lot of times, especially in this pond, they will school up in the winter time. And if you can get in one spot, you can start tearing them up as long as you know what they're eating. Yeah, man, things are being weird. Typically, you don't have to beg them this much to bite. That little lipless crankbait I got is more of a finesse bait. It's like 2 something inches, like 2 and 3/4 inches, something like that. It's a smaller bait. We're gonna try it though. So here is this little lipless crankbait. Again, it's a small little thing, like 2 3/4 something inches, something like that. Really small, but I think it still weighs close to ½ an ounce. Throws far. It feels really good, like in the water. Clouds have started moving in, so these things you would think would be kind of on the move. There's one right there. Not a bad one. And I'm getting a phone call that I cannot answer right this second. I don't know who that was, but I apologize. We got a fish on, and that's a little bit more important. All right, look at that. We'll take him. I mean, it looks like he just kind of swiped at it. See, nothing crazy, but it's a start. To be honest, we might continue throwing this instead of going for the trying to catch one on every bait. It looks like Matthew's got one on the swim bait too. Look at that. So a little bit of a double up strat. We're gonna get this thing back in the water. Oh, wrong way, buddy. There he goes. So Matthew here has one on the shad swim bait. It's a pretty big swim bait, a 5-inch swim bait, and it's a shad color bait. And my lipless crankbait is also a shad color bait. So I might just keep throwing this. I know the plan was simple. It was going to be to try and catch a fish on every single bait, but I didn't get one on the jig, and one of the other baits was also a crawl style bait, so I'm a little bit wary to go over that way and throw the other crawl bait. So I'm gonna keep throwing this lipless crankbait for now, maybe switch over to jerk bait later, but I think I'm just gonna try and build a pattern on this and see how that goes. So we're gonna get back in the water. All right, so we've got one fish. Man, it got cloudy fast. So we're gonna kind of do the same thing we did with that cast, where throw it out in the grass, sink it, and then just kind of reel it in. Occasional little small rip, kind of like that. It seems like they're on the bait fish pattern today, because Matthew, oh, I just got smoked. Matthew has caught like 4. There's another, okay, there we go. Matthew had 4 on the big swim bait, and now this is my second on this lipless crankbait. So we are really kind of putting together a pattern here today, aren't we? Nothing big, nothing of size. I got one hook out of him and put another hook in him. There we go. All right, number 2, nothing to brag about, but there he goes. We'll take him. This cove, there shouldn't be any fish in here. I mean, it's just really shallow, but I'm gonna try it. Oh, it don't hurt. All right, there we go, one cast. See, didn't hurt me. Wasted like 10 seconds of my time. Now we just continue moving down. I'm gonna try another one, kind of over deeper. Again, there should not be any fish in here right now, but there are. Well, there are some fish in here. Okay. Nothing crazy. Didn't feel very big, but no, not a big fish at all. But I mean, it is something. I mean, we'll take him. All right, little small one. Feisty little guy. Last cast. Secret between you and me. Last time I said last cast over there, whenever I was doing one of my other mystery tackle box videos, they ate it like every time. It's like, no, don't leave, come on, we'll eat it. Fine, we'll eat. So this is the last cast. Look at that. Literally, it worked. The last cast miracle, baby. That's all you gotta do. Guys, when you're at the pond or the lake or wherever you're at, and you're getting ready to wanna leave because the fish aren't biting, they're being really mean, what you do is you cast your bait out there and you say, all right, it's gonna be the last cast. And you say it like really sad, you know, you're like, yeah, I'm about to get out of here. And what they'll do is they will eat it. They're like, no, we're gonna tease you a little bit. And they're trying to come up and just screw around and barely bite it, but then they accidentally get hooked. Alrighty, y'all, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, the pattern I found was just downsizing down to a smaller bait. Granted, it was still a moving bait, but in the middle of winter, if you can downsize your bait and put it in front of the right fish, they will eat it. And that's what I was trying to show off in this video. So again, if you are interested in trying out Mystery Tackle Box for the first time, make sure to use my code JHMiller to get your first ever box for as low as $10. And if you are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you don't miss future videos just like this one. And with that said, I will see you all on the next episode of Fishing with James.